Donald Trump, a name synonymous with disruption, controversy, and an unorthodox approach to the presidency. His 4 years in the Oval Office were, a whirlwind of executive orders, Twitter tirades, and a constant battle with the media. From the moment he took office, it was clear that his presidency would be unlike any other. Now, after a tumultuous departure and a brief hiatus from the political spotlight, Trump has once again thrust himself into the arena, seeking to reclaim the title of leader of the free world. His return has reignited debates and discussions across the nation. This unprecedented move to seek a second term after a significant electoral defeat has left many wondering, why is Donald Trump running for president again? What drives him to return to the political fray? Trump's presidency was marked by a constant stream of headlines, both positive and negative. Every action he took seemed to generate a media frenzy, keeping him perpetually in the public eye. His supporters lauded his business acumen, his willingness to challenge the status quo, and his America First policies. They believe he brought a much-needed shake-up to Washington. His detractors, however, pointed to his divisive rhetoric, his impulsive decision-making, and his administration's handling of events like the COVID-19 pandemic. They argue that his leadership style was chaotic and damaging. Regardless of one's political affiliation, there is no denying that Trump's presidency was a period of significant upheaval and change in American politics. It was a time of intense polarization and debate. His decision to run again is a testament to his unwavering belief in his own abilities and his enduring appeal to a significant portion of the American electorate. He remains a polarizing figure, yet undeniably influential. This time around, however, the political landscape is vastly different. The challenges he faces are more complex and multifaceted. The aftershocks of the January 6th Capitol riot, the ongoing investigations into his business dealings, and the emergence of new political stars within the Republican Party have created a more complex and challenging environment for Trump's comeback bid. These factors add layers of difficulty to his campaign. The 2024 presidential election promises to be one of the most consequential in recent history, and Donald Trump's decision to run again has added another layer of intrigue and uncertainty to the race. The stakes have never been higher. The nation holds its breath, watching to see if the man who once defied all odds can do so again. Will he manage to stage another unprecedented comeback, or will the new political dynamics prove too challenging? Beyond the trappings of power, there are also significant policy objectives that Trump likely seeks to advance. He has made no secret of his desire to undo many of the Biden administration's policies, particularly in areas like immigration, trade, and foreign policy. These are areas where he believes his approach is superior and more beneficial for the country. Trump sees himself as the champion of the forgotten man, the voice of the working class who he believes have been ignored by the political establishment for far too long. He views a second term as an opportunity to make America great again, to restore the country to what he sees as its former glory, and to complete the work he started. Political analyst, media, political analysts debating Trump's motivations on a news panel. However, some political analysts suggest that Trump's motivations may also be driven by a desire for revenge against those who opposed him. The sting of his 2020 defeat, which he still refuses to acknowledge, likely fuels his determination to prove his doubters wrong and to reclaim his position. He may see a second term as a way to vindicate himself and rewrite the narrative of his presidency, correcting what he perceives as historical wrongs. The combination of ambition, ideology, and a thirst for vindication creates a potent cocktail that drives Trump's relentless pursuit of the presidency. It is a pursuit fueled by a belief in his own destiny and a deep-seated need to be at the center of the political universe where he feels he truly belongs. No discussion of Donald Trump's political prospects would be complete without acknowledging the unwavering support of his base, a group that has remained steadfast through thick and thin. This loyal following, drawn to his populist message and his willingness to challenge conventional norms, forms the bedrock of his political power, providing him with a unique advantage in the political arena. They see him as a fighter, a champion of their values, and a bulwark against the perceived excesses of the liberal elite, which they believe threaten their way of life. Supporter Trump's rallies, often described as part political event, part rock concert, are a testament to the fervour of his supporters who view these gatherings as a communal experience. They flock to these events by the thousands, eager to hear him rail against his political opponents, tout his accomplishments, and promise to restore America to its former greatness, a vision they passionately share. For us, Trump is more than just a politician. He is a symbol of our hopes, our frustrations, and our desire for change, embodying the spirit of a movement that seeks to upend the status quo. Political analysts have noted the unique bond between Trump and his base, a connection that is both emotional and ideological. It is a bond built on shared grievances, cultural anxieties, and a deep distrust of the political establishment, which they feel has long ignored their concerns. Trump's rhetoric, often described as divisive and inflammatory, resonates with his supporters because it reflects their own anger and frustration with the status quo, giving voice to their deepest concerns. The strength of Trump's base will be a key factor in determining the success of his 2024 campaign, as their unwavering support could tip the scales in his favor. Their enthusiasm and willingness to turn out to vote could prove decisive in key swing states, where every vote counts and can make a significant difference. However, it remains to be seen whether Trump's appeal can extend beyond his core supporters and attract the moderate voters he will need to win a general election, a challenge that will test the limits of his political strategy.